Now, one of the things I'm going to show you about this rest is I have a stopper in the back here. This gun fits in nice and solid. And on the stopper back here, you'll see there's a little screw. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there, you can see that little screw. Well, for some people that like to feel the gun against their shoulder, we just take that out and get rid of the rubber stopper, which I'll show you how you do that in a second. Just take a screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, undo the screw, okay, the screw's out, push the metal bar on the inside straight through, that pushes out the pin that's on the other, that's holding through the back. Pull your screwdriver back out, take a rubber stop out. So now you have that out of the way. Now, like me, I like to feel my gun back against my shoulder, so I like to come the whole way back here to the pistol grip. So in order to do that, I need to move these plates back to have my head a little bit. But I just loosen this and I bring this back to where I want it. Okay, then I put my gun back in at the pistol grip, force it back down in. Now that gun's solid as a rock again, because it's grabbing its rubber and it's got a leather sandbag up front. It's as solid as you can get. It's the same, in my opinion, shooting off of a table if you learn how to use it right. On the bottom here, there's an adjustment knob right here in the center. That adjustment knob tightens the tension or loosens the tension. The looser you make it, the easier it moves around. The tighter you make it, the slower and harder it moves around, but it always moves around fluently. Now, on this side, for your right-handed shooters, I'll bring it around, but there's an armrest you can bring out and adjust to fit wherever you want your arm rest to be, so when you're swinging around, you can prop your elbow on that. Now that thing swings the whole way around to the other side, so if you're a left-handed shooter, you just swing it around the other side, or a right-handed shooter. It's fully adjustable forward and back, and the plate, the armrest thing is adjustable. Okay, so now we got that far. And of course, on the legs itself, there's adjustments. I don't know if you can see it, you might see it on this one. But there's a lever, and you just pull those levers up, and that lets the tripod go down, or if you let them loose, and it pulls it up in the air. So you can adjust it to any height you have. Right now, I'm adjusting it to the height that I kind of like. Now, as far as putting this together, when this rifle rest comes, this top is off. These wing nuts, or I should say T-nuts, spin out on both sides. Okay. When you do that, the top pulls out. Okay, now it's a snug fit down in here. So sometimes you actually have to force it down in pretty hard. Now when I set a tripod up, I like to have it for shooting, like here would be center. I don't like to go center because it changes your movement. Whatever your shoulder moves, it moves out here at the end. I like to have a little steadier, gradual movement. So I like to end up like out here, you know, a third of the way at least. Now here's two nuts. They're on slider bars. They got a brass pin on it. You just slide them up against this round bar on both sides, and you tighten it down. And the same on this side. Okay? You just snug them down. Now, if you look again, remember those two screws I showed you? I don't know if you can see them under here. There's two 1/8" stainless steel Allen wrench screws in there. Now what you do, you get rid of any end play in this. Like there's no end play now, but to make sure you get none, I push down on the back of the rest, keep these toward the front, and I turn them up till they tap. Just tap. That's all I do. It takes care of any little space that may be working loose in this over time. New, you probably don't need it, but over time you might start wearing a little. But that's what they're for. A lot of people don't know what they're for. But this front rest, like I said, is fully adjustable front and back. You know what I mean? You can slide this back. If you really want to, you could move the pins on the back here, the bars that come up, and you could slide it forward if you want to, but there's really no reason to ever do that. And then on top, I have like an accessory bar. These come out, and if you have like a camera or a light or anything you want to put on there, it's designed to go right back up into the bottom like of a camera mount. This is the right length. So if you mount a camera on here, you still need the camera adjustable arm that raises the camera up and down, but this will attach it right there. So when you're hunting your camera, you can tune this part right into where you're looking all the time. So you don't need to have a cameraman or nothing, you just follow it through. Okay, so that's what that's for. And I'll show you a couple other features with that too. And this bar is fully adjustable forward and back, right, left, spin, it doesn't matter. And it's just a bar for people that like to, that like to have accessories attached. They might find a use for. Me, I like the camera use for it. And I also like attaching the Fox Pro remote controller to it, because then I'm hands-free. I'm just standing on stand day or night if I want to use it, and I'll show you here. And a cheapy rig, but it works fine. Like I said, the tension knob's under here. That changes the tension. Under here's a hook. On this hook you can hang a bag, a box, I don't care what. It's just a hook so you can hang stuff on. So you got a place to throw if you're prairie dog hunting, you throw all your shells in there, your lunch, and whatever else you want to do. There's numerous places on this rifle rest to hang stuff. Like you can hang your binoculars on this side, you can hang your rangefinder on the other side, or you can swing this arm out and use it for whatever use you want. And like I said, if you just got one thing, you could hook it on the bottom here, let it hook. Now what makes some of this neat about this hook is that if you spin this way, that the rifle rest is in line with the rear leg, like this, it eats recoil up. And if you want to eat up more recoil, take your bag, hook it back on here, and add like 5-10 pounds of weight. Now you have, instead of your regular 8-pound gun, now you got 10 pounds in the bag, you got an 18-pound rifle here. So it eats a lot of recoil up. And it goes back to the rear leg just like a piece of artillery. Like you could even extend this leg out further if you want to get it even to be more like a piece of artillery with short legs and long legs to the back. And then you step that in, it's not going nowhere. So that's some of the features. And this is what I call the prairie dog top. This handles all the standard rifles. Up to your, like, you know, I shoot 700 Sendero off of it, the same size bag, a #1 bag. So, and they make bigger bags. You can go to a #4 bag or whatever you want. I'll just show you something here. If I can get this back off. But now that top's off, I'll show you. This is an AR-15 top. Okay. So I do the same thing, put it a third back, bring these bars up, tighten them in. So now the AR-15 top fits right on there. Make that nice and tight. Now I'm right back to the same thing, except that this is higher. As you can see, it's got, I keep the butt plate in the back for ARs, and I put my pistol grip right back here. I slide the pistol grip right back in against this stopper. Then I have my rear rest here where I want, and then I adjust this forward or back to wherever I want it to fit the rifle that I'm shooting. And that gives you enough room for most guns for a 30-round clip underneath here for clearance. So that's some of the features there. And this also has the arm rest on it, what I showed you, to put your elbow out on it if you want. Some people like it. Me, it doesn't matter to me. I shoot it both ways. But it helps keep your elbow out there. Like when you're holding your gun, you can bring it forward or backwards, and it helps steady your body movement up a little bit. And a lot of people tend to grab their gun to hold it on there. I grab the post to hold it. So when I'm shooting, I'm actually holding the post. So if I need to rotate this to the right or to the left because I set up in a hurry and the top needs to come over, I like to hold this, and you can kind of spin it how you want. In other words, it moves like an ocean wave, kind of. So that makes it good for in a hurry setting up, because a lot of times I set it up at night when I'm fox hunting or coyote hunting. And this top here may not be perfectly level, so I need to bring this up level. And I just put my gun in and bring my crosshairs up what I think is level. But I use Fox Pro products, and I like to use their remote a lot for coyotes. Not so much for red fox, but for coyotes, I like to use it. This goes on here hard because I don't want to lose the call while I'm on stand. Like I said, it goes on hard. But anyhow, while it's on there, now I have it set up that I don't have to hold nothing. You know what I mean? The gun's held, my remote's held. I just pick the sounds and play what I want. And so I'm just watching, either daytime or night. I don't have to do nothing. I can lean right here against my gun the whole time. And I just have no need to move. I just move my head or whatever I want to do to look. And if something did happen to come in behind me, I have no trouble. I just go the whole way around and shooting back here. So that's kind of a nice feature. And that way you have like a table to shoot off of anywhere you go. Now some guys will say, oh man, that thing's way too heavy or too big to carry. Well, this weighs about 12 pounds with all the stuff on it. So that's not too bad. But when I carry it just there's a strap on here that you could throw over your shoulder if you're going a long ways. But most of the time when I'm carrying it, I just take my remote, throw it in my pocket, hang my Fox Pro call over the side, put the gun on this side, fold this forward, put it like this, and I head to my stand. Now, it may seem like a lot, but it's not. And I also make a rope up for it on the end here, like if I shoot a coyote or fox, this acts like a cantilever, and I can walk out dragging the fox or the coyote. You know, like I drug as many as 3 red fox out at one time on this. So if you use your mind a little bit, this product is capable of doing just about anything you can think of. Anyhow, you can see these at dwcalls.com, and feel free to check out the website. Thanks. Bye-bye.